Hello guys, welcome to another video. So in today's video, I would like to talk about, we are mostly sure about if we will bring processes into our company and if we will build automations and systems into our company, then we will be able to scale our business. Okay, if we don't bring processes, we cannot scale. So we are sure about this. Everyone is aware about this. But most of the times, we are not able to bring processes into our company. We are not able to implement systems and automations into our company. So what are main reasons why we are not able to do this? That was what I wanted to share with you. The number one reason that I have observed when we bring processes into our company or when we are implementing systems and applications for our clients, the number one resistance comes from the team members. So most of the times our team members and us, we don't like to be accountable. We don't want that someone should be checking in like how many calls we are making in a day, how many follow-ups we are doing per day with leads. This is what we don't want. We don't want that someone should be having a check over us. And this applies to anyone who is working into any department. But mostly into sales, it's a very important thing to be disciplined. When we miss follow-ups, then it impacts our leads. So for making sure that we do everything timely, we need to make sure that we have systems and processes. And for those systems that we want to bring, team members sometimes show resistance. So we need to communicate with them that these systems are for the benefit of our company. If we will be able to do processes and if we will be able to do follow-ups properly, it will increase our sales, it will increase our commissions. Everyone will be able to get benefit out of this. So the number one reason I think that most of the times we are not able to implement processes and systems into our company is that team members, the other team members other than CEO, they are not willing to adopt those systems and they don't want to learn about them and they don't want accountability. That is the number one reason. Second reason I have observed is that within a company, there are senior resources who are not tech savvy. This does not happen into IT sector, but it happens into other sectors like into real estate industry. If you observe, there are like 50 years old people, 45 years old people who have done a lot of work into real estate industry and they have made profits too. But they are not tech savvy. They don't want to learn new technology. And that's why they show resistance too. Okay, it's very important to make sure when you implement a system, your team members, either they are senior or junior, they understand that system. They know how the system works. They learn it. They are a part of training process. They learn and they start adopting it. Sometimes, as I told you, they show resistance because they are not tech savvy. They don't want to learn new things and they don't want to follow these systems. So that is the second reason I believe that's why systems fail. And the third thing that I observed in failure of implementation is that CEOs sometimes pay to companies to implement a system for their company to automate processes within their company, and company starts working at that IT company, software services company like us, we start working on this and the whole system is built for them in 4 to 5 months, and they were like, client says that you have to implement the automations for the sales department, HR department, engineering department, marketing department. I want to automate everything. I'm paying you, you do the work. Okay, and companies, T companies, they start work on them. They don't divide it into multiple milestones. They just continue working. Once everything is developed, it is delivered to the client. Client sometimes immediately starts using, sometimes they delay the usage of the system. In that case, what happens? When they look at the system and they want to start using it, they observe that there are many things which are not according to what company needed actually, or they are not developed the way they should be developed. Why this happens? Because there was not enough communication in that time period, in that 4 to 5 months of time period when this implementation was in progress. This implementation can be maybe Odoo implementation into a company, or a Microsoft Dynamics implementation, or any other sort of implementation into company, that there is no communication between the company which is asking for the services. There is the responsibility of an IT service company to reach out to the other company to let them know that they have to start using it. The best approach is that you divide a bigger project into multiple milestones. You start working on implementing maybe 4 or 5 processes into sales department. You can start automating them. And if everything goes well, then go for implementing other processes for the sales department in the second phase. If that is done successfully, if that is explained to the company and they have started using it, then go for automating processes into the support department. To start automating customer services or client services department and automate that system. Okay. Then they start using it, then you go for third. So when you divide it into multiple phases and company starts adopting it, then the risk of failure decreases. So these are three reasons due to which companies are not able to implement processes. But implementation of these processes is important, and bringing systems is important for the scalability of business. If you want to spread it in the world, then you have to automate it. Otherwise, you cannot do that.